Rock and Jess world. This is another episode, and of course, I'm Rock. I'm Rock, and what is your name?
Oh, I'm Jess. I forgot who I was today.
The funny thing is that we have worked on that, and we've said that countless times, and just all of a sudden didn't know who she was.
No.
So let's do it again. Let's do it again. Hey, you've reached another great episode of Rock and Jess World. I'm Rock.
And I'm Jess.
And you've reached Rock and Jess World. Great job.
Everybody.
Y'all saw this. Listen, we're very transparent. And that was different. I'm going to call it what it was. That was different. Jess didn't know who she was, but we're glad you got it together.
That's why you're here. We're the perfect pair.
Glad you got it together.
Yes.
Anyway,
right.
we want to welcome everybody here to the show. We've got a great show for you today. And, to everybody who's listening, being a part of this, we are grateful that you are here, grateful that you're here. And we do have a great show for you today. Now, I want you to remember, a lot of people will go through and check this out. This is our whole mission is about relationship,
Yes.
marriage,
Yes.
tightening the knot,
Yes.
tying the knot, relationships. That's really what I would say, just relationships. That kind of gets it all there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Relationships. So if you're here, I want you to say hello to us. If you're here, we know we're broadcasting. We're going live from, we're streaming actually to Facebook and YouTube. So
Yes.
We're actually cross-pollinating. I guess I could say pollinating.
Yeah, you can say that.
Well, I don't want it to be that I'm getting both of them pregnant or we're getting them pregnant. Or
Yes, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to grow.
grow.
Yes.
But then,
We need more.
yeah, then the responsibility and the contractions and anyway, so we are doing it on Facebook and on YouTube.
Yes.
And I'm just going to be very real with you. We are excited.
We are very excited.
We're very
grateful. Yes.
very, very excited about that. Excited about being able to broadcast on both of them. This has not been easy. But we've been able to do it, and very grateful. I know you sit next to me. I know we got the squares up there, but don't give me a high five. We're doing it. High five. All right. And so we do have some things that we want to make sure that you understand when you're following us and you're paying attention. You can go to a lot of different places to go and find us. You can find us Rock and Jess World on any social media platform.
Right.
And on Twitter, you can find us with about 7,000 to 8,000 people on there that follow us. You can find us also at just Rock and Jess. It's not Rock and Jess World on Twitter. It's just Rock and Jess. Isn't that something? Somebody else had Rock and Jess World.
Can't believe it.
Yeah, we're the originals. We're the great originals.
I feel like it.
Us.
I feel like it's us.
We're the great originals. I don't know who when I did that. I need to look them up and see what that looked like.
And next time they want to stop it.
And it might be a dog fighting group or something.
Hopefully not. You want to ask them to stop.
Dog fighting group or something. All right. So listen, what we're gonna do. Yes, I'm laughing. So what we're gonna do is that I want to make sure that you understand there are a few emojis that we do want you to use. There are some emojis that we do want you to use. You can hit that like, you can hit that laugh, you can hit that heart, you can hit that wow face.
Yes.
Wow face.
Finally.
Wow. Isn't that how the wow is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like that. Wow.
Because you're so surprised it was so good that something we said.
Right,
That's
but
when you do wow.
who makes a wow face like that though?
I don't know. Let me see. Wow.
That kind of depends on the person who you are. That this right here for me, it doesn't even look like something I do. That is not a face I make. But anyway, these are the four choices that you have. You notice that we're directly and on purposely leaving out the mad face. We don't want you to be mad. Ain't nobody mad but the devil.
Yeah.
So we don't want you to be mad. And you feel free to let them flow throughout this whole broadcast. Now listen, I know on our social media,
So wonderful.
yeah, doesn't it look wonderful?
Looks good.
They're just floating like little clouds there. So I do know on our social media, especially Facebook, the algorithm picks up the interaction. So we do need you to interaction. So what we would like for you to do for us, we'd like for you to like and what?
And share.
And share. We need you to like and share. Listen, we're not playing no games with you. We need you to like and share.
Yes, please like and share.
We want you to like and share. And share this with someone, share this positive message, especially people who are in relationships. share this message, share what we're doing, because we're trying to encourage, empower, and encourage and empower. Said the same thing twice, but it don't
That's all
matter. We're
right.
doing it two times.
Two times make it real.
Yeah, we're doing it. So we just want to make sure that everybody understands what our purpose is, what we're doing. But we love podcasting.
Yes.
We've just passed a year in podcasting,
Yes.
whole year.
Still
Great
enjoy
job,
it. Still
Jess.
enjoy it. Yes.
Still love doing it.
Still love my partner.
And you know, well, the thing I love about podcasting, Jess, is that, me and you have great conversations all the time. I mean, me and you talking all the time
Yes.
about all kind of different things. And so we're always, this gives you a chance to drop in on our conversation. And we're grateful that you're here. But we have great conversations all the time.
Yeah, we feel like the conversations we have are very common to most couples and relationships. So sometimes getting a different perspective is helpful.
Right, right. Because here's the thing. Here's the wonderful thing about us and just being transparent. Jess don't agree with everything I say. I'm gonna go and give me a sip on that.
Sometimes, if I agree with everything you say, then
No.
how do you grow?
No, that was laughable right there.
Well, I'm always right.
Yes, you are. You gonna take you a sip right there. Gonna take you a little breaky break. Get your sip in. All right.
That
All
was
right.
refreshing to say.
All right. So yeah, Jess usually is right. But I do thank God for her because she acknowledges me as the leader,
I do.
and I'm grateful for that, especially in this generation. So y'all, we're gonna get right into the show. Once again, we're glad that you're here. We are really, really glad that you're here. We want you to enjoy yourself with what we do. So if you have any questions, any different things like that, drop them questions down there.
Yes, please do.
And we will acknowledge those questions that you have down there. That we don't care how it looks. Whatever question you ask, we're gonna answer it.
Yes,
Yeah, we're gonna answer the question,
please.
whatever,
Please do.
whatever question that you ask. I don't know why I'm getting tongue tied.
It's all right.
Do you hear that?
It's okay.
And Jess knows how particular I am about pronunciation and enunciating and projecting your words. Anyway, there's been a lot that's been going on in the news today. A lot of different things that have been going on. I've got to touch on a few things. We got to give a shout out to Bill Cosby. He was released. He was released, and the wonderful thing about him being released is that he can't be tried again. Now, I'm not saying this, and please understand that we're not in any kind of way trying to say that these sexual assaults should just go just go free. But what we are saying is that the court did not do right, and everyone is entitled to a fair trial.
Yes.
That is what Jess and I are saying. Correct, Jess?
Correct.
Yeah, everybody's entitled to their constitutional rights, and the ball was dropped. And I've got a lot of things that I could say about that ball being dropped because it was dropped, on a black man. I'm just going to I got to put it out there. But it's not fair for it to be dropped on anyone. Just when I say black man, you get quiet.
Well, everybody deserves a free trial. Everyone.
Yeah, everyone has a right to those rights that they have through the Constitution, including Bill Cosby. Now, I'm not saying if he did it or if he didn't do it, but I will tell you this: his family is happy that he's home. We will say that. So anybody being at home, families being together, we're definitely a part of that and excited about that, happy about that. But the Pennsylvania Supreme Court ruled that they overturned the incident assault conviction of Bill Cosby, and so he was able to go home. But here, there are a lot of things, and I don't know if you noticed or not, but we do have it up on the screen there. We want to talk about Bill and Camille Cosby. You don't really see his wife a lot.
Yeah.
I had to look to find out who she was. Now
Never seen them.
I know Bill is married, but I had to look and find out who this man's wife was. Camille Cosby, now, she'd been a part of this man's life for over 50 years.
Yeah.
Over 50 years. And so one of the things that I do want to bring up, and here's the real question. Because we're in this generation now of people, are we getting stronger with our marital knot, or are we getting weaker? Because all of these allegations, allegations is, everybody not lying. We'll just say that. That can always be in your mindset.
Yeah.
However, Bill Cosby is a gazillionaire. He's got plenty of money, and people will come after you, different things like that. I'm not saying that, he's guilty or that he's innocent. However, I do want to bring to the attention of a wife who stands by a man who is being damaged as far as his name. Standing by your man. Wouldn't you say that, Jess? I mean,
yeah, that's what we're working on, not the case itself. We're talking about a couple and standing by your man, what the circumstances is there.
right. So, Jess, even in this time, and I want to see with anybody else who is here, who's on here, I want you to answer that question for me. Do you think that with time, marriages, the the confines of marriage, as far as the sanctuary of marriage, the protection of marriage, because you all can say what you want to say, but I will tell you this: there is a court that's worse than the United States court, and that's that court in that marital bedroom. I'm just being honest with you. I'm just being honest with you because that's where the real deal. I know Camille is a wonderful woman. Been with Bill. Look at that. They back. I'm talking about over 50 years of marriage. I gotta applaud that. Over 50 years of marriage. So do you all, and I want you all to answer that for me. Those who are on our audio podcast, you can send in your comments on this episode here. But do you feel like over the years, the marital knot, they always say tie the knot or tighten the knot. Do you feel like the knot is getting weaker? Because I don't know that this generation of woman can stay, or, it's just everybody's so instant right now. Everybody's looking for, a lot of people marry for happiness.
Yeah, instant happiness at any point.
Instant happiness, that is good. Instant happiness, and everybody's looking for a reason to be happy than for it to be your choice.
Yeah.
To be happy.
Yes.
Happiness is a choice.
It is.
A lot of people forget that, and it's a choice. So some people look for happiness. I know you remember the movie Will Smith was in called The Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah.
So let me ask that question now. Do you all feel like that over time, the marital knot is getting weaker? I want you all to comment there on YouTube, comment on Facebook. If you're one of our audio listeners, go ahead and send that in to us. And let us know if you all think the marital knot is getting weaker with time. And please share why. Please share why that is getting weaker over time. And I applaud Camille Cosby because she stood by her man.
Yeah.
And
he's still there.
How many ladies could take that where all these allegations, your husband is in the media being crucified in the media, and you married to this so-called monster according to other people? How can you take that? It takes a special woman. I'm just saying, it takes a special woman. And I was looking at something right after it happened, and just I'm gonna let you get your, because I really want to hear what you have to say in regards to this, as far as from your perspective. I won't say from the female, the wife's perspective, but I want to say from your perspective. But just looking at this, when he first went to jail, they were saying, and they were ripping it up and saying that his wife was finna divorce him because she hadn't been down there. His wife and his kids hadn't been down there. And I don't know what that is with everybody and celebrities. Everybody just expect marriages not to last.
Yeah.
And when time came around, it was understood, or they let everybody in on it, that Bill Cosby didn't want his family to see him like that. He didn't want them to see him in that prison life.
That's understandable. I mean, it happens a lot.
Right.
To protect their view of him, how they see him. I understand that.
Right. So even seeing him in that prison life, I guess I do understand it from this standpoint here. Bill Cosby's in his 80s.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't, I'm just going to say it, I don't know if he was 100% sure if he was going to make it out of that prison.
Yeah.
You get to counting your days.
Charges, yeah.
You get to counting your days after a while. And I would feel the same way if I were in his shoes and in my 80s. I wouldn't want the last thing my family remember from me.
Yeah.
Is a prison window and me being a prisoner.
Yeah.
I would have told them, no, y'all can make phone calls, but you will not come up here.
Yeah.
I don't want your eyes to to be put here, and for you to feel like that I don't want you to remember me like this.
I think it would have been worse for him because, for one, it's Bill Cosby, so his family coming to see him will be all over the news. And it wouldn't have been a private intimate visit with him at all. So,
Right.
That's just too much. That's too much.
And can you imagine it? Leaked audio conversation
Yes, right.
of Bill pleading with his wife. I'm
Yeah,
telling you, everybody's doing stuff to get views.
yeah,
Social media is not exempt either, but especially the news. We've got the audio for nothing's private anymore.
right.
So I guarantee you, if she'd have went up there, they'd have been following with the camera. They'd have had some kind of audio deal, trying to hear what the conversation
Facial
was.
expressions, she's just up there.
Right?
They're
Don't
telling everything.
don't let her twitch her nose too
Yeah.
much, because they're gonna say that her nose was snarled up and she's ready to leave him.
Right.
Bill, I've had enough. This is the last straw, Bill.
By her face.
Right, and all it really is that her nose is itching and she
Yeah.
got allergies.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, this is how the media is right now. But even in this day and age, and you all can comment on that as well, can we say that, relationships now could have lasted or would last through those kind of things? And I'm going to say no.
I'm gonna say no too.
I'm going to say no, because that takes us back. In this generation, with the way the times are now, I'm going to say no, because marriages, it's great to be married,
Yeah.
it's wonderful, you're a union, you're one. But whenever you get a level of influence,
Yeah.
people are talking and you become a target.
Right.
You become a target. And so that is one of the things that I look at, is that with being a target, could marriages survive that? Being a target on that level.
And that's just like a lot of I'll say today's society, since I would say social media runs the home. I mean, for the most part, not everywhere, but just generally speaking, the marriages that are out these days are highly influenced about who's gonna like your wedding photo.
Right.
It's not who's is this picture gonna be great based off of who I'm marrying?
Hmm.
Do they look good? Things of that nature. So I think like the foundation of marriage has changed so much to the point of me. It's about me, not us.
Wow.
It doesn't hold as far as longevity.
That is good. Oh, that is good right there. Because people are getting so self-centered,
Yeah.
And I think that's what the media. I'll say this: the media does this whenever they're commenting on a marriage. Many times, it will cause division.
Yeah.
They'll say that, and it's quick. They quick to do this. She's feeling this way because he's done this,
Yeah.
and then what happens is one of the couple they'll stop being one and start speaking separately.
Yeah. Yeah. Start facing different directions.
Like Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, they got camps.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we heard from the Kanye camp this, and from the Kim camp we hadn't heard anything. Well, the problem is that there are two camps and not one camp.
Right. That's horrible.
That is the problem. You should no longer be two flesh, but one.
Right.
That's not going on. One band, one sound.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's so. Anyway,
It doesn't exist anymore.
right, right.
And how do we get back to it?
Right. I think that sometimes people, right now, everybody wants to be heard
Yeah.
without taking into consideration being a unit.
But I think there's too many people in the pot when there's only supposed to be two.
Right,
All
right.
your influences is coming from all these different directions, and you don't want to look like you're the one that didn't take it, didn't
Right.
take it serious, and you want to be the one that looked like they won.
Right.
When your focus is on being the winner versus being a union, I mean, then that hurts.
Being a winner to me turns the relationship into a game.
Yes.
Whenever we play Uno, and God knows Uno around our house is a little different. It might as well be a fight. I'm just gonna go and tell you, with me and the kids and Jess, But the thing is that somebody's gonna win
Somebody's gonna win.
and somebody's gonna lose.
Right.
And it's not supposed to be like that within marriage.
Right.
We don't even believe in 50-50. We believe in 100-100.
Right.
That's just the way we roll, 100-100. So nobody's just trying to give just enough to get by. I'm going to give the entire amount, everything that I've got, every day. Because we all go to a job that we don't even care for.
Yeah. We all had that job. We
but
got
we steady
people.
working it.
We still there.
We're
And on
still
time.
working it, still working it. And that's because of our duty to our bills, to our children, different things like that. So we're willing to do things that we don't normally wouldn't like to do. Just, shout out to Camille Cosby. And I do want you all to chime in, however, because I know we're on three different platforms. I don't want to call them out every time.
Yeah.
But got to give a shout out to her for being the kind of woman that she is. Bill Cosby, whether guilty or innocent, whether that, he can't be tried for it again. So we can honestly just say innocent because he can't be tried for it again. I'd like to believe he's innocent and then, as opposed to the other. However, I want to give a shout out to his wife because guilty or innocent, she didn't stand by him as though she had judged him. She stood by him being the choice as her husband.
Yeah.
Let me re-say that. She stood by him because that's her husband.
Yeah. So,
That's her husband. And so she stood there with her husband. And I think that is something that is good, and we don't see a lot of it here. However, let's go to one question here, and then we'll go to something else. I do want to get one of these questions in here. Can we get a question in here? Y'all ready for a question?
I am. I'm ready for a question.
I'm ready for a question too. Ready for a question. All right, let's go over here to Twitter. Let's see if we can got one here within the inbox or whatever from Twitter. Go ahead and ask this question here. Let's see what we got here. Okay, from just call me Ree. Looks like she said, "Food for thought. What kind of strain are you putting on your relationship by sharing all your business?" Notice I said business.
Yes.
uh, Food for thought. What kind of strain are you putting on your relationship by sharing all your business? Jess, I'm gonna let you jump on that. What do you think?
I think it's a complete strain, as I said before. And this is the illustration I was given. A ring is round. It has no gaps. So you can't add to it. You can't take away from it. The people that are in that ring are in that ring. So it's one ring.
All right, no gaps. I like that. That'll preach, Jess. I should have. Ain't he all right?
Ain't he all right?
That'll preach, Jess. That's good. I think that whenever you are confiding in other people, especially about your husband or about your wife, about your spouse, let's say that, I don't think that it helps a lot of things, especially if that's going to be something that's gossiped about. Because many times when you and your husband, or I keep saying you and your husband, but you and your spouse get over it, other people are not over it. They can't get over it. They remember.
They still carrying it.
And then whenever something happened, they'll try to remind you, or
Yes.
you remember when they did such and such. That's why it's just better, to talk. And I'm not saying it's not good to talk to people. You're gonna have to. It's good to talk to people. However, you have to know who you're talking to and what they can handle.
And then I think it needs to be about it. If you're that person that feels like they always need advice from outside, which I don't agree with,
Right?
um, especially just want to tell the nation like, well, he did this, he or she did this. Make sure you balance it with the good. Don't paint them. Don't only go to people when there's a problem. I mean, say some good about your marriage. I mean, that way they'll say, well,
Right.
then people can have a biased opinion. They'll say, well, I'm used to this person being this way. Maybe the advice will be better.
Jess, I got to give it to you on that. That was powerful. Now listen, me and Jess love looking good and being good as a unit. Nobody should know all your business in your relationship. Nobody should know all your business. That's why it's a sanctuary. Jess knows things about me that my mother does not know. God rest her soul. She know, and she should. She should know things about me. And I know things about you that Deborah don't know. You know what I'm saying? God rest her soul. You know, strengths and weaknesses. Now, I think that is where you destroy, or I won't say destroy, but erode the sanctuary of marriage, that sanctity of marriage, when you start giving away those personal things, those pure things, when you allow people into your relationship too much. So, food for thought. What kind of strain are you putting on? And that is the thing. I'll say that just call me Reed. That is the thing. You are putting a strain on your relationship when you allow other people in.
Yes, for sure. especially the wrong people.
Right, right. And
You'll know right away.
it becomes a weight. And then when you get around those people after you done told them that, you got to live up to a certain thing.
Yep.
You know.
You gotta make sure that they don't believe it was you.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah. And it's a lot of work.
Yeah,
That's a lot of work. Lord Jesus. It's a lot of work doing all of that. When I could just keep you out of my business and just be me.
Just be me.
I could just be me. You know? Right. I don't want to get nowhere and just looking at me like, why you you all right? You good? Why you acting
right.
You're a little different today. What's going on? I don't want her ever looking at me wondering why I'm acting a certain way. And come to find out later on it's because I done told somebody something and now they looking at her and I got to act a certain way like I'm suspicious too when I really don't care.
And everybody's judging the other.
Yeah.
You have no clue.
Yeah, and that's just a bunch of foolishness. So I would just say that is good, food for thought. Because it is, you are putting a strain on your relationship. And I do like what she said. She said, what kind of strain? Because there's different kinds of strain. Sometimes you're straining the communication. You're straining the honesty. You're straining this, the pureness of the relationship. You're straining all kind of things. You know, how y'all look, how you feel. You're straining. It's just a lot of different things, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, because once the person finds out that you've been doing that, they're going to shut down and the communication is not good anymore. Not one.
Right. And then they're not going to be telling you everything.
Right.
I just think it hurts the honesty and the trust of the relationship.
Right.
Woman.
And let me say this. Kids don't belong in any conversation ever, no matter how old they are.
Woo! I wish I had a B3 organ now. Children need to stay in children's places. Thank you. God bless you.
No matter what age. I don't care if they're grown.
No matter what age. They do not belong in your relationship. They don't belong in your relationship. I never have agreed with that. I don't care how wrong the other person is. That's not that child's conversation. And quit trying to get your kids on your side. That's terrible too.
Find a way to throw shade.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, because here's the thing that I love about this question is that it's not just talking about your friends. You could be sharing too much information with your children.
That's true.
And then what you're doing, you're causing that relationship to erode with their father or possibly their mother, and that's not good. That's not good because they're gonna grow and that dysfunction is gonna be in them and it's gonna start repeating itself because you're teaching them whether you tell them or not. They're watching you. They're paying attention to how you do and how you say.
Yes.
And so that's
the first teacher and you're their favorite teacher.
Right.
They're gonna look at you.
Right, and it's just because I could go so far on that. So anyway, find out what kind of strain you are and get rid of the strain. Let's say that.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to our next thing here. We've answered that question. Thank you. Just call me. I just hope that answered your question. If not, hit us again and we will take another stab at it. I hope that answered it. Sometimes when we don't answer the question, it's just because they didn't ask the question specifically right. We just kind of answering it the way they gave it to us. Right. And so what I want to do is we want to make sure that you know about our YouTube channel. You get a chance to go by YouTube, go by Rock and Jess World on YouTube. And let Rock and Jess World on YouTube bless you. Yeah. Check it out. You get a chance to go by there, go by Rock and Jess World on YouTube, subscribe. We made it past 1,000 subscribers.
We did it. We did it, everybody.
Oh, we made it past. We made it past 1,000 subscribers. You know, we want. I'm a little different habit. I like this kind of right here. There we go. I like that right there. We made it past. Just come on. We made it past 1,000 subscribers. And we are totally happy. Just 1,000.
I know.
1,000 subscribers. We done made it. Come on now. We done made it.
Excited about that.
We done made it past 1,000 subscribers. Hey. Now, you know the wonderful thing about this is that we started all of this about the same. Well, no. We started the YouTube channel before we started the podcast.
That's true.
The podcast began when the pandemic began.
Mm-hmm.
Gave us something else to do. And we're really, really happy about it. You get a chance to go by there, go and subscribe to Rock and Jess World. We love adventure. And so we always out in the cities doing different things, trying different foods, different things like that. Here's Chicago right here from Rock and Jess World. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, we sit there waiting for it to be over with.
I just want to look at it again.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. But I got another one for you. Check this out right here from Rock and Jess World. So we just actually took a trip here recently. What? I'm gonna let you tell where we went to. I'm gonna let you tell where we went to. Where did we go to?
Well, we went to LA to the Venice Beach.
Venice Beach?
So nice.
I went and got my tan on, y'all. I'm really a white man.
I knew it.
I'm really a white man.
I knew it. You was trying to hide it from me.
I
finally admitted it.
I'm really a white man. This is what's going on.
You had a great tan.
Yes, I did.
That's a tan people trying to get.
I fell asleep. I fell asleep and ended up getting a little darker than what I planned on. So anyway, y'all pray for my color to come back. Anyway, so you get a chance to go by Rock and Jess World over on YouTube. Go by there and become be a part of our audience there. We went to Venice Beach, of course, and we got great videos from Venice Beach. We take so many trips, Jess. I'm like 5 videos behind. I like behind too.
What's wrong with you? The one is we got a comment from one of our grown kids. I'm so sorry.
Wait, one of the kids?
Yes.
Oh, okay, let's clean it up. We're going to clean it up. All right. Oh, okay. From one of the grown kids.
Alana says, hello. With hearts.
Is that Alana? Alana on there? Alana, what you doing there? All right. I wish Alana, she could send her voice in so we could play her voice. That would be awesome.
It would be awesome.
All right. So Alana, tell us, I know where you are, but tell the audience where you are, because I know this is going to YouTube and to the audio channel as well. So tell everybody where you're from. Not where you're from, where you are. You know, because Alana traveled about as much as we travel. I think the travel bug has bitten her. Let us know where you're watching from. Alana, Alonda, Alondra, Elena. Listen. I do all of that because I call Alana different names based on how she's feeling. I got a name for every mood that she's in. When she's hungry, I call her Alondra. No, Alonda. Alonda be hungry.
She knows.
Yeah, she knows. Love you, Alana. But let us know, Alana, where you watching from. All right. And but I was going to the next thing. I don't even know how I got up on the comments there. But I'm gonna show y'all one more thing here from Rock and Jess World. Enjoy. So listen, glad about that. That last
Yeah.
video was from actually from Chicago, and it was from Hollywood. I'm quite sure y'all saw the Walk of Fame there, Hollywood Walk of Fame. We was just there again. Took the kids down there,
Yes.
and I said that, but Alana wasn't with us. But I would have loved for her to
Thank you,
have.
grown.
She thinks she grown. Is that what it
Yeah,
is?
yes.
I'm gonna be careful, Alana. I'm not saying none of that. I'm not saying none of that. That's all your moms.
Say it all.
I'm trying to stay in your good graces. I'm trying to stay in your good graces. But just looking at all the things that we have, you all get a chance to go by, subscribe, different things of that nature. Listen, there is another thing that I do want to talk about real quick, Jess, that we want to bring up real quick, just because I have been really moved how this has all been going, and it's quite good. So a little while ago, there was a situation that happened. You have Tabitha Brown and you have Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams went in with this woman because of what she did. Now, I do have to give you a little backstory here on what happened. So, what happened is that you have Tabitha Brown and her husband, Chance. Great couple, really love them, love what they do, really, just really learned a lot about them. Beautiful couple, doing great things, and they have great goals and stuff. So, what happened was, is that Tabitha said they moved to LA because she wanted to follow her dreams. Now, when they moved to LA, they didn't have nothing, kind of sound like us with Phoenix. We definitely can relate to that because when we came to Phoenix, I think we just brought a few bags of clothes and
Our choice was to get rid of it all and
yeah,
start us.
yeah, and that is because I
That
had
was
to
our
say that
goal. Yep.
we got rid of all the stuff that we had, and anyway, long story short,
Because I feel like a merging of house needs to start with the two. You don't
right.
need to bring anything that you had before, nothing that you need to look at.
Right, so we got rid of everything. I mean, toenail clippers, couches, beds.
Toenail clippers.
Yeah, because me and Jess were getting married. We starting a new life together. So we just came basically fresh. A few outfits, and we started completely fresh. We built it, and I feel good about what we've built.
Yes.
But anyway, Tabitha Brown and her husband. So when they got to LA, they didn't have anything, and so she told her husband, she said he was originally, listen, let me get to the bottom of this right here. She has gotten to a place where she can retire her husband. He works for the LAPD, and she have told him that you can come off your job if you want to. And she said she presented it to him like a year ago, and he just decided to do it now. And so he can come off of his job because he supported the household while she followed her dream. She went after her dream. And now that she's gotten her dream and have enough to support the both of them, carry, the whole entire household, she have retired her husband. Now listen, I'm going to just be honest with you. For me, I can't retire because I like doing something. And I guess retirement just means that you're not working for anybody. You're working for yourself if you choose to. All right, I applaud it. I applaud that.
I think that's
Couples
good.
couples working together,
Yes.
meeting goals. I mean, just wouldn't you say that?
I think so.
That is like the
I like
ultimate
it.
goal. Putting goals together, growing together, setting things up, and then going after them. And she said she wanted to be able to do it within 5 years. She said, but it took her 10 years to be able to do it. Now, anybody that knows Tabitha knows that she's an actor, and she's a social media influencer as well. And so she's doing quite well. But Wendy Williams called this woman out the blue, right?
Mm-hmm.
And said that you retiring your husband, all he gonna do is waste money and this. And I could tell Wendy was being bitter because she had been through some things like that.
Yeah, from perspective.
Yeah, her perspective. But have you seen Wendy?
There's someone for everyone, Rock.
There's a monster for everyone. I'm just gonna say that.
There's somebody for everybody.
There's a monster for everyone. And so I just
want to give a shout out to Shalon.
oh, my
I'm
sister.
liking these YouTube comments. Thank you.
My sister is on here. Shalon is on here. So I got to give it up for her.
Thank you.
My sister from another mister is on here, so I got to give it up to her.
Callie
Salon, come on in.
That's what she said. Callie looks good on y'all. I like it. I think so too. Especially the beach and the sun.
Yeah, we got to take a trip down there, get my brother and Salon to come on down. We, maybe after a while we can take us an adult grown folk trip somewhere.
Like
That'd be really, really good. And Shalon, what we could all do is just sit on the beach and watch everybody.
That's right. That's the best thing. People watching.
That's what we're going to do. Sit on the beach and watch everybody pass by.
Yeah.
But, so what Tabitha did was, and glad for everybody who's on here, what Tabitha did is that she retired her husband. Now, this would have been a little different for me, only because I want to be the one doing the retiring. I do get it.
I was thinking the biggest thing is getting past pride for
a man. Yeah, because the man wants to be the one providing this. But however, he was the one that supported her while she was going towards this goal. So it's actually a reward.
Yes.
But when you get used to that consistency, because he had the consistent check coming in, but now she's good. They good. And I think even their children are getting into acting and different things of that nature, modeling and different things. So they are good. But Wendy Williams, talking about how many husbands have she had? I don't know. She started talking about the man spending too much money going on, making investments that didn't come through. She was like, it's just not a good thing to do. And I was just looking at her like, who did you retire?
Right.
Who did you retire, and why did they do you like that? Maybe it's the men you with.
Yeah, for sure.
But this woman and her husband, I'm so proud of them, so happy about what they're doing. As I get, that's one of my goals. I talk about it.
Yeah.
I want you to just, if you want to go to work, that's up to you. But if they get to talking crazy, you tell them, listen, you remember the show, no, I can't say that because she the boss, so that's a little different. But you remember the show, Everybody Hates Chris?
Yeah.
And the mama be like, I ain't got to take this. My husband got all them jobs. My husband got 4 jobs. My husband got 2 jobs.
Yeah. That's too much.
And we've all heard that. But I would like to do that. But I know that if you came to me and said, hey, I want to retire you, it would take me a moment to process.
Yeah.
It really would. Now, I will say this, that we did do when we first moved here. We gave each other both a break.
Yeah, we did.
To get things, to recalibrate different city, different things like that. I know Jess gave me I'd say about 2 months, 3 months, something like that, 2 months or so. I can't remember how long it was. And during the time, I didn't do nothing but go out and find other ways to make money.
Yeah, he wouldn't stop. He would not stop.
I'm still bringing in bread.
I can't do it.
I can't, because if I see a little way to do something, I'm gonna do it. Now, you can't tell me that and not just chill out. I just got parts of me that would just feel less than a man just chilling. But what I did was I, got things together, got things rolling. And got them rolling so well. I told Jess, all right, look like I can, we got this. I'm good. So if you need to take a break just to recalibrate, get things together, and I don't know how long it took, but I just said whenever you're ready. And she did it as well. Now I will say this right here. When I say this, I'm not saying this lightly, like we're just doing little jobs here and there. No, we, especially Jess. Now I'm doing pretty well. But Jess, is on a whole nother level. And when I say that, that's not to say, because it's real estate investing. It's a lot of different things that we both do. It's also, Jess is a super medical clinician. You are, and, I also work in the healthcare industry as well.
Yes.
And so we have pretty strong careers. So when we got here, I don't want to just say, anytime you're in a household and there's 2 people and one can give the other one the opportunity to just kind of, see what they want to do, because when you first hit the ground, we trying to get it.
Yes.
You're not even picky about the job, just what you got.
And I think that was the biggest part of us. I know when people say it was a choice for us to be happy is to follow our dreams. I don't.
Yeah.
Neither one of us wanted us to be just working. Just doing it because we have to. We wanted to do it because we love it.
Now, here's the thing that I love about us, and this is why I love Tabitha Brown and her husband Chance, because they're living the life the way they want to live it.
Yeah.
Have anybody, and I'm gonna be real just for a moment. Well, I'm real the whole time, but I want to say this: your way, you and your spouse's way of happiness. Who taught that to you?
Yeah. That's a good question.
Who taught that to you? Because many of us will do things we saw others do. Our mothers and fathers were living life and doing marriage the way they saw their parents do it, and then their parents were doing it the way they saw their parents doing it, and they just felt like, living life, paying bills, taking care of your kids, and that was it. But that doesn't have to be what it is. You can choose how you want your marriage to be. And this is why I really appreciate them. Now, Wendy Williams, she makes a living off of being extra just like she is, and looking hideous just like she is, and being bitter just like she is. Well, she is
There's
bitter.
someone for everyone.
She bitter. It's a monster out there
Like her
for.
bitter.
It's a monster out there for. Jason Voorhees, Freddy
That's not
Krueger.
nice.
I'm just saying, I'm not a fan of the gossip queen.
I'm not a fan of gossip and
Mm-mm.
like that, but there's
Yeah.
somebody for her too.
God can save her. God can save her. He said, God can save and reach into the ugliest of situations. And I mean the ugliest of situations, and bring some beauty out of something absolutely 100% ugly.
Shawana's talking to stuff. I just want you to know.
Is she?
He
Shaletta, I can't see the comments, but
said, best nurse in the world. Thank you so much. And our couple goes.
Listen. Shaletta says thank you, and you've
Yeah.
seen me grow. So this, my sister, I know you've seen me grow. So that means a lot to her to say that, because she doesn't see me, she doesn't see me grow.
She's the best.
And so, thank you, Shalon. But just back to this Tabitha Brown and what she's doing, I really celebrate her and her husband. Y'all going to live y'all life, and I guarantee you, what he's probably finna do is jump on in the business with her, and they finna make it great. I mean, look at how good they look together. And you know what? I'm gonna say this. This has nothing to do with size or anything like that, or color of your skin. It don't matter if you're white, black, whatever. I like this picture because it is them living life like they want to live it.
That's right.
That's what it is.
Beginning of your day should be that.
That's them living life like they want to live it.
Yes.
That is what it is. And that's what I like about us. We live life how we want to live it.
But
You know.
it took us some time too to get away
It
from
did.
tradition
It
and
did.
decide we want to be who we are.
To pull off
Yeah.
those layers of fear,
Mm-hmm.
being responsible to people's opinions that don't matter.
Yeah.
I call it being incarcerated in the prison of public opinion. Many of social media can have you locked up in that.
Yeah.
But I choose to live for God, one, and I choose to live for us.
Yeah.
So me and Jess chose our happiness. We love adventure,
Yeah.
and we weird with it.
Yep.
No. We weird with it. I'm gonna tell you. Me and Jess will book a trip to a city without any plans.
I love it.
When we get to that city, we gonna have a hotel and all of that. And what we do, we don't even pull GPS out. We just get out and walk,
Yeah.
just rolling up to places, seeing what's what. Get hungry, we just look around. And we might Google something, but we don't want just regular food. We try to find out what's that hot
What's that
spot
number one
in this city.
Yeah.
And you know how we find it? I shouldn't have said through Google, because we've learned. You go to the gas station,
Yep. Talk to people.
talk to people pumping gas, and the person in the station. They don't owe nobody nothing, and they gonna tell you, "Oh, you want the best barbecue? Don't go over there." Let me tell you where you go. You go over there with about 4 big mamas,
Yeah.
4 grandmamas working in the kitchen over there. They put out
right.
good barbecue. That's really how we did it when we found Gates Barbecue
Yes.
in Kansas City. But just putting that out, and I believe, and just to go back to this full circle, I believe that marriages now are not as strong as what they used to be because it's inclusive of too many things that don't matter.
Yeah.
I would say social media. I think that when you can comparatively, because social media has proven that people compare themselves to people who are just like them.
Yeah.
And so it creates this competition, especially when I see people go to Vegas. And Vegas is a wonderful thing. We've been a few times, but I see somebody go to Vegas and then all of a sudden there's other people going to Vegas and that's within the circle of people I know, usually within the same city.
Yeah.
They all jump into Vegas. And it just turns into a competition thing. Listen, if Vegas is not your thing, go across the street.
Yeah, go where you want to
where
go.
you want to go. And the more we've
Not
taken
where they.
yeah, the more we've taken trips and stuff like that, the more I've realized, that we have particular things that we enjoy, and it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea. It's Rock and Jess's cup of tea.
That's probably really good too. I think that was right. You're right on
We so crazy. But you live life, you and your spouse live life how you want to live it. One,
That's important.
find out what you want from your marriage. What do you want? Set a goal. Have a motto for your marriage. You know,
And don't base it off of what you've seen. Base it off of who you all are.
right. What you want. What do you want? Define your happiness. Define your happiness because sometimes you realize what other people call happiness, you call a waste of time.
Yeah, that's true.
True. True.
Yeah.
So we want to go through those things right there, just kind of talk about it. And
And
this
we have
is,
a question.
we
Yeah.
do have a question. Let's go.
Sean says, when is a good time to unplug and for how long? When you say it is.
Yeah. I'm not
Yeah.
even going to say no jokes there.
When
Yeah.
you say it is. When you get into that point where you feel like it's just too much, it's time. It's past time.
Right.
So for us, we set time aside on a regular basis so that we don't get to that point where it's too long or are we feeling like it's just too much to manage. We set time, a predetermined time to do that, and I think that's important.
Right. Right. So, and you are right. The best time to do it is when you decide that it needs to be done. That is the best. That is the best time to do it. And a lot of times, because I think with us, we both are very conscious. We will say in a minute, like, man, I'm tired.
Hmm.
You know, when was that? And then when you go on, here's another thing too. When you go on a trip to unplug, make sure you unplug and don't get somewhere and be 1,000 miles per hour. Then you get back home and then you need a vacation from the vacation.
Yes.
No. When we go out, we basically have what we're going to do, which is whatever we
Whatever we
want to
want.
do.
We don't have a schedule.
No.
A lot of people plan their vacations, and of course, I wrote a blog about this. When you plan your vacation, it's not always about how much you're going to spend. It's not how the places you're going to go. It's the relaxation. Unplug means to stop.
Right. Unplug. Y'all all know what it means to unplug something. You're pulling it away from the power, pulling
Yes.
it away from its normality,
Yes.
and doing something. And that unplugging. And here's another thing. When you someone said how long,
Yeah.
you know your capacity.
Hmm.
It's like a battery. Every battery has a capacity. It can only hold so much of a charge.
Yeah.
You know when you just need that break, or you know when you need a little quick one. Sometimes we do staycation.
Yeah.
We just go get a hotel room and just go overnight. Sometimes it's not even that long. Sometimes it's just a date and we
Yeah.
go stay out all night. But we make sure that next day we ain't got nothing to do.
Right. No, because sometimes we have.
Yeah, it just kind of depends on what's going on. And
But I want to inject like it's not always a financial thing because sometimes we'll
Right.
just go and sit somewhere.
right,
You don't have to have money to unplug. I wanted that to come across. You don't have to have money to unplug. It's
Right.
stopping.
that is it. And we like stopping places where it's going to be a lot of people so we can be nosy.
Yes.
No, really, we love the people watch. We love the
Yeah.
people watch, just talking, Beautiful scenes too. I love this. We both love to sit in front of a beautiful scene
Yeah.
and just sit there. You know, just have a conversation. You got to be doing nothing. Just sit there. I've gotten to where okay, this is what happened in LA that I really, really love, but we do this here all the time. I love when the weather is good enough where we can roll the windows down. I can hang my arm out the window
Yeah.
while I'm driving and let that breeze just come in on. Oh, that is a wonderful drive.
Perfect. That is so perfect.
Put on
Yeah.
some PJ Morton or some Al Green. I don't know if that's your thing or whatever. Just let the music play, you
Or
know,
instinct.
or in sync. In sync. The devil.
I mean,
The
about to-
devil. Don't put no in sync in your car. Your engine will go bad. I don't know why Jess be playing with me like that. Do not put no in sync in your car. Anyway, find out what works for you because these are the things that work for us. But me and Jess are adventurers, so some things that we used to do in the very beginning we no longer do, only because we just kind of grew from some things, you know. But we're adventurers, and when I say that, we're always willing to try new things. We'll try it, and it's been some things that I've tried that I was like, oh no, I ain't what. Oh no. But then I go ahead and try it and find out, you know what, that wasn't so bad.
Another thing, you don't know if you like it until you try
Yeah,
it.
you don't know. And sometimes we just don't like it because of fear.
That's true. Yeah.
Until you embrace it, just try it, you know? And I ain't saying go out and kill yourself. Don't be jumping off no cliff seeing if you could, you know, survive. But I'm just saying sometimes foods, trying different foods. And when I say trying different foods, that's not spending money to get, you know, to go into a restaurant. Cook some different foods, you know? You know, I can't tell you how many times we just both got in there, and that's been our unplug.
Yeah.
We got in there, and here is another thing. What you and your husband do is y'all business. I quit ducking and dodging people at restaurants and stuff because I didn't want them, you know, because I'm a man of God. I'm a called preacher. I am called by God, but I quit ducking and dodging for folk trying to look and see what's on my table.
Yeah.
I don't do it. You're gonna see what you're gonna see. It is what it is. I'm happy.
None of your business.
And guess what? God still called me. I'm still a called man of God.
Yeah.
But I'm here with my wife. We're having a wonderful time. And I'm not, you know, you can look on my table all you want to, but you will not stop me from enjoying this night. You know, that's not saying being irresponsible or anything like that. That's just simply saying that don't let people rob you of your moment.
Yes.
They can rob you. You can go somewhere to unplug and run into somebody and end up plugged back in.
Yes.
They talking about work, talking about.
Don't let them. Don't fall for it.
Listen. So,
Be
and so,
okay with leaving.
and I know you have children. You have my beautiful nieces there. But let me tell you this. Sometimes you're running to people who, you know, you got your kids all squared away. They're not there. You run into somebody who all they want to talk about is their kids. No, I ain't. I'm not hearing about kids today.
Tonight.
Let's talk about that another time. Not today.
Yeah. Sometimes I've even asked, like, if we go to a restaurant, can we sit away from the families?
Right.
It's couple night. It's date night. And
Right.
that's okay too. There's nothing wrong with that.
That is okay. That is okay. But anyway, I know, and Shalon, thank you because you're coming from YouTube there. I see you coming from YouTube. Yeah, and so the YouTube comments and different things of that nature. Y'all get a chance to go over to Rock and Just World on YouTube. Go over there and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're building up our followers.
Yes.
And so, as you can see, there are interactions from YouTube, and we're getting interactions from Facebook. Matter of fact, all of our comments have been coming from YouTube.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, that is really good. So I'm really happy about that. But we're gonna go ahead and end this broadcast.
Aww.
Yeah, it's always sad, but you know what? We've got another one that's coming right on up. So
Yay.
you end this one, just start the next one. All right.
Okay.
Y'all have a great rest of the day and stay
Night.
tuned. Night. It might be the day when somebody's listening.
I like that. I like your thoughts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good night and good day. Good morning.
Good night, good morning, good evening, wherever this finds you. All right. Y'all have a great rest of the day. Love y'all.
Love
Be
you.
blessed.